Hello, welcome to my channel, Lady D. This video will be on Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck and why their relationship didn't work out the second time or the first time, or why it just won't work out at all. So I am going to share my screen and we're going to look at both their charts and take a look as to see why it hasn't worked out. So we're going to look at Jennifer Lopez's chart first. So she was born on the 24th of July, 1969. I've got her time as being for 5:49 a.m. She was born in New York. Okay, so what I've got coming up for her is that she's an ascending Leo. She also has a Leo sun. She has a Scorpio moon. She actually would, in just seeing these planets, she would get along better with P. Diddy than Ben Affleck, actually. Okay, so she's got in the first house, she's also got the sun here, and we've got Mercury. So it's all about her. She's how she comes across as a Leo, which she does. She shines very brightly. She's a star. She wants the attention, bit of a diva. So we can see that with her and how she is. Loves but yeah, she would love her family, big heart, but it's all about her and being very glamorous and wanting to be famous and part of the popular crowd. I think that's also probably why she was drawn to Puff Daddy when they went out as well. Having the Sun and Mercury so close together, it's almost conjunct. She's a very big communicator, very big talker. She probably thinks out loud. She's probably a bit of a loud person. Two, having that Mercury also in Leo, she has a moon in Scorpio. She can be a little bit deceiving, a bit manipulating. She's all about loyalty and trust. Venus in Gemini, Mars in Sag. So she does like that person who likes to take risks, that charismatic actor or actress, someone who's a good storyteller is what she likes in a partner as well. She's got in her third house, she does have Pluto. She's also got a conjunction with Jupiter and Uranus, so she does get unexpected luck throughout her life. Also with Pluto in the third house there, she might be with her own siblings. There could be distance between them, or they might not get along. There'll be some sort of destruction but rebuilding process throughout her life. There is her siblings, unexpected things. She also might be the sibling that rebels a little bit too, having Uranus there. But also Jupiter, she gets along with them. She does like them, but also she has unexpected luck here. She's also probably a peacemaker too when it comes to her family as well, I would say. Now, in her fifth house, she's got conjunct Moon and Neptune here. So the Moon is actually conjunct Neptune. It does say Mars is a bit away, but in astrology it does kind of say that they're conjunct, even though I don't really say it is. Anyways, having the Moon and Neptune conjunct the fifth house, relationships, or things in her home, basically it's dissolving her home as well, and also dissolving relationships. Also her emotions. She could be a very emotional person. Also maybe also very manipulating, but also her emotions kind of sort of dissolve and go away at the same time too. She's also got the Mars there, so there's a bit of arguments there when it comes to relationships too for her. It's also a strength, but it's arguments too. I just feel like it has to be her way. She probably finds it hard to commit at times as well, having the DC in Aquarius. She's also got in the ninth house, she actually would be quite intuitive. She would see people's karma. Her life lessons to do ninth house. So life lessons to do with learning. It's to do with travel. It's to do with spiritualism as well. In her 10th house for her career, there's problems. There's always, we don't see the problems, but there's always problems that come up for her in her career. And with the Venus in the 11th, she loves her friends, but she's also someone that would find love through friends too, having Venus there. So perhaps way she's met her partners might be through friends or they're friends first, which I think that's how she was with Mark Anthony. I think they were friends first. Also too, the sun in the first house, she's probably like her, she looks like her dad, or she's like her dad in some way as well. Then with her transits that she's actually got Jupiter over Venus. That's luck with love or money here. And that might be her escape or how to get away, distance herself from that P. Diddy situation that's coming up. She's also got unexpected Uranus in the 11th, so unexpected things happening with friends. At the same time, she's meeting new people and she's being more social. For her and her career, she's going to get a pay rise of some sort in 2027. She will actually get a pay rise, or the more money coming in for her in 2027, 2028 for her. She's also got Chiron coming in her 10th house here. It's already in there. And that's where we've had the problems in her career that she's been having with certain movies failing and documentaries failing. And then we've also got not being able to sell concert tickets. This is her Chiron in her 10th house, plus with that natal Saturn. So career is not going to be the best. She's had unexpected things for the previous 8 years. So that's actually why she's been going really well. And now that's come out, it's not going to go over too well. She's also losing money, and she's had Saturn going through this. The 8th house has been problems with money for her too. She's also got this Pluto on it's a little close to the ascendant DC here, which is about relationships. She may have had some health issues come up for her the past sort of 15 years. That relationships looking ahead for her, it's not going to work out, or it's going to be a lot of on and off relationships for her with Pluto coming into the 7th house. You can see if I went back a few years ago, she would have had Saturn here as well. She has lost some money, I can see, the past couple of years, and now it's more with the career and Saturn in the 9th. But basically what I can see from with her chart, number one, her and Ben, I don't feel like they really gel. They don't blend well, but more with her having this Moon and Neptune conjunction in the 5th. It's just not a good aspect to have in the 5th house there. She's probably also looking for someone who's a nurturer as well, as a relationship. She's very good with her communication. She has a lot of sextiles here, especially Jupiter. So she's very lucky when it comes to her communication and having a confidence to speak up and speak out and saying all the right things. For her, she doesn't have a lot of aspects to Venus, and we come down here, which is interesting too. Although sometimes she can have problems. She finds it hard to talk her way out of problems too with her. And she's a very stubborn person as well. A lot of stuff in her in fixed signs. So that's her chart. Let's go and look at Ben's. And we can see from his chart why it hasn't worked out either. Something interesting also I thought when I looked at his chart. So sharing. Okay, so let's now look at Ben Affleck's chart. Something about Ben, he goes for more of that Cancerian, so that Jennifer Gardner type of person, that more of that homebody nurturer, that Cancerian kind of character, more of like a mum, stay-at-home mum or family person. To me, more with Jennifer Gardner blends well more with him than Jennifer Lopez. He's a Leo as well. He does also have a Scorpio moon, but his Mercury's in Leo, which is the same as hers as well. His Venus is in Cancer, his Mars in Virgo, but he's also an ascending Cancer, which we can see that with him. He sort of see that he holds things in, he's a bit broody as well. So we can see that, but that Leo, so it would be a little bit about him. So we're dealing with two egos here when they're together. One more outward, one that holds back a little bit more because of the ascending Cancerian. They both kind of like manipulate with each other. Interesting also, Scorpio rules this part. I find addictions is also Pisces and Scorpio, and he's also battled with some addictions too. And I dare say, probably JLo has had her own addictions as well. I would dare say she would have had. Mercury, so even way he thinks, it's all about himself. And the same would be for Jennifer, but for hers, be more because she was also conjunct the sun. His second house, interesting. He's actually born with Chiron in the 10th and Mercury in the second. Even though he's very much in his head, he's about the way he earns money. It's about how he talks and communication and the mind. But at the same time, for him, his career doesn't always go smoothly, but he holds a lot. His man holds a lot in, especially when it comes to his work and his career. So sometimes might not know a lot about him. He also, if this is out a little bit here, I've got his time as being 2:53 a.m. If the timing's a little bit out, it might be more in the first house, but he would be a loving person, but he also brings karma, love and money through a past life into this life too. And also having that Saturn in the 12th house also brings in like a heavy load, a very karmic heavy load that comes into this life too with that. It's actually got the moment Jupiter over Saturn there, which is luck with a problem too. With Jen also having that sun in the first house, it's actually anticipates a much happier time. And you can just see the two of them are just come across as very different people. Okay, we've got for her in the siblings here, for him, siblings, sorry, the Sun and Mars. So for him having the Mars here can be a sibling rivalry, him with his other siblings. But yeah, he thinks a lot about them too, having the Sun here as well. The fourth house, we looked at when I looked at kind of Harris, Kamala Harris. She also had, or in Vice, had similar things, the Pluto and the Uranus there in the fourth house. So it can be like dominating and manipulating their parents. Also having the Uranus can be disruptive and unpredictable parent as well. It might be his parents or might be how he parents too. They both have the moon in the fifth house. The thing is, Ben doesn't have a conjunct moon with Neptune. So for him, it's still not positive, but his Neptune is very close to the sixth, so that actually can interfere with the sixth house, which is more of a health aspect. So if he has health issues, might sort of fog up a little bit. We can't find out exactly what's wrong with him. He gets a bit emotional when it comes to relationships, but because it's not conjunct, he's actually got more of the positive aspects there. And then his life lesson actually to do with the marriage house as well. As a transit, he's got Pluto that's finishing up in the seventh house. That can be an ending. And he probably will be going out with other people because it is Pluto's about the Phoenix. It's about endings and new beginnings. So it's just this relationship I feel like is destined to end. I just feel like they're not bound to get along. They're just, even though they've got similar planets to bond with, she's looking more of that big movie star, very fun person, and he's wanting more of that homebody, that nurturer, that homemaker. They're looking for two different people when it comes to relationships. Also, for him, unexpected things happen to him over the home and family. He has a lot of moves here too, and a lot of destruction but rebuilding when it comes to the family for him as well. His career as well, he's got Neptune, so for him it might be that he's going to come up being of service to his career where it's going. He said Chiron is coming to the end of his 10th house, so his career should get a little bit better coming up next year. But once Saturn moves into this house for the next couple of years, there could be some more issues that do come up for him. Other than that, then things will get a bit better, but you might find out what he's doing for work might be more about being of service. He's got Uranus in the 11th, so it's all about different things, unexpected things with friends as well. Similar, I think that she had the same transit there. But yeah, so for him, he's got that Jupiter over Saturn. That's luck with a problem. And then next year, once Jupiter comes down here and goes against the Venus, it's going to be luck with either love or money there. And for him, when we get to comes down here, the second house, it's going to be pay rise. That will be around 2026 from about roughly June 26. to June 27. It's going to be a good year for money for him and earning money as well. He's actually got, there's a Jupiter aspect with Jupiter and Venus. They are opposite each other. It's actually luck when it comes to love. It's actually a good aspect to have that he's got there as well. And he does have that confidence about him. He's got especially when he feels confident in himself. He's got a confidence there with the tribe of Jupiter and Mars there too, which is quite interesting as well. But that's basically why I want to pin out why they weren't going to work and why they probably aren't going to work in the future together. They're looking for two completely different people when it comes to relationships, even though they've got a lot of planets that do blend. Just where they are situated in the aspects, you can still see how it affects them as two different people there. So that's what I wanted to look at today. I will be also doing when I get my predictions together, I will be doing a video on England as well, as I have been requested for that. If there's another celebrity you want me to look at, please put it in the comment section and I will look at that celebrity's chart as well and see what we can see. Okay, so thank you for your likes, your shares, and your comments. And I will see you for my next video. So bye for now.